Nostradamus named 5 zodiac signs that have 9 lives. They say that some people are born with a special spark, one that does not fade even after the strongest blows of fate. They are called the chosen ones because it seems that life cannot break them. They fall and get up again, lose everything, and miraculously start over, as if fate itself gives them a new chance. It is precisely these people that Nostradamus once called those who have 9 lives. Their stories are a constant struggle, rebirth, and resilience that amazes even the most skeptical. These zodiac signs seem to carry an invisible talisman. When others give up, they are just getting started. Their trials are steps toward the strength they have carried in their hearts since birth. And today, we will reveal who the great seer called such people, those who will never disappear, even when fate tries to erase them. Subscribe if you feel that your life has thrown challenges at you more than once, and each time you found the strength to get back up again. The most interesting part is ahead. We will name the 5 signs that have 9 lives, according to Nostradamus. The first sign is Cancer. Cancer lives in a world where emotions are both its greatest resource and its greatest challenge. Its inner defense is not just a limitation, but a shield that withstands the blows of circumstances and people. Each of its actions is filled with caution, but at the same time, it is capable of decisive steps when the situation requires directness and strength. Their strength lies not in physical power, but in the depth of their intuition and ability to sense the nuances of what is happening around them. Cancer always assesses the potential risks and benefits, making tactical moves that leave their opponents confused. Their family ties and circle of loved ones become the foundation for any major changes. He is able to turn the most difficult circumstances into opportunities for development, while maintaining the integrity of his own world and inner beliefs. Each of his defeats is considered not as the end, but as a lesson that reinforces his flexibility and strategic thinking. Cancer has the ability to recover quickly from the blows of fate, forming new paths and solving problems that others consider impossible. His patience borders on persistence, and his inner caution becomes the key to victory in situations where others are lost. He knows how to maintain a balance between emotional influence and rational decisions, building an atmosphere of stability around himself, even when the world around him is changing chaotically. Cancer knows how to read the energy of situations, understands when to act and when to wait, and this ability makes him virtually invulnerable to life's surprises. His inner strength manifests itself in moments when others give up, and it is thanks to this endurance that he passes through trials, maintaining his integrity and control over the results. Each step Cancer takes is precise, thoughtful, and sophisticatedly calculated. His perception allows him to predict consequences, but to do so with an emotional understanding of what is happening. His ability to maintain deep connections with others while remaining self-sufficient creates a unique balance that allows him to survive and thrive where others lose their footing. Cancer is able to replenish resources, repair relationships, and create new opportunities after any upheaval. He focuses on long-term goals, not allowing immediate setbacks to influence his strategy. His calmness and attentiveness allow him to maintain control in any situation, and his deep understanding of himself and the world makes him resistant to any surprises. Cancer has the ability to transform difficulties into advantages using his tools, intuition, observation, and strategic thinking. Every failure becomes a source of knowledge, and every decision becomes an opportunity to consolidate his own strength. He constantly adapts while maintaining his integrity, and it is this ability that makes him virtually invincible. Cancer's life resembles a complex chess match, where they simultaneously defend and attack, building their own space of security and opportunity. They not only adapt to conditions, but also shape them, leaving behind a trail of understanding, strength, and endurance that allows them to overcome any obstacle and remain whole in an ever-changing world. The second sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius has the ability to turn any limitations into an opportunity to broaden their horizons. Their thinking is focused on moving forward and achieving what others consider unattainable. They are characterized by determination and energy, which allows them to overcome obstacles with inexhaustible zeal. For Sagittarius, every situation is an opportunity to test their endurance, push the limits of what is possible, and strengthen their inner balance. Their courage is manifested in their ability to make quick decisions, even in the most difficult circumstances, and they are not afraid of the responsibility for the choices they make. Sagittarius lives with a constant awareness of goals and strategies, and does not allow minor setbacks to knock him off his chosen path. His ability to quickly analyze events and find alternative routes makes him skilled at maneuvering through any life challenges. Sagittarius does not limit himself to boundaries. He seeks new opportunities, broadens his worldview, and implements innovative solutions in everyday life. His inner freedom and readiness for change allow him to adapt to any circumstances, turning them into an advantage. Every obstacle becomes a learning experience for them, and every success is a starting point for further achievements. Sagittarius is able to maintain a balance between courage and caution, which makes them effective in decision-making and interacting with their environment. His intuition complements his logic, helping him to anticipate developments and find optimal solutions to complex problems. Sagittarius knows how to focus on the main thing, rejecting the superfluous, and this focus gives him an advantage in any field of activity. He is able to quickly recover from difficulties, using his own energy and internal resources to move forward. His optimism is not superficial. It comes from an awareness of the experience and knowledge he has accumulated in the past. Sagittarius knows how to adapt plans to new circumstances, maintaining a strategic view of the situation and ensuring a safe space for development. His determination is combined with attention to detail, which allows him to accurately assess risks and choose the most effective paths. For Sagittarius, every failure is not a defeat, but a point for improvement, an opportunity to strengthen their position and increase the effectiveness of future decisions. Their ability to overcome difficulties while maintaining inner harmony makes them virtually invulnerable to unpredictable life circumstances. Sagittarius shapes their own space for action and choice, using knowledge, intuition, and strength of character to create an environment around themselves where they can realize any ambition and withstand any test. He turns challenges into sources of strength, and determination and flexibility become key tools in achieving stability and personal development. Every day for Sagittarius is a step forward, aka constant testing of his own limits and the development of new strategies that allow him to remain active and successful regardless of external factors. His strength is manifested not only in his achievements, but also in his ability to maintain inner balance, use past experience, and build prospects for the future, making him resilient and practically invincible. The third sign is Scorpio. Scorpio has the ability to penetrate the deepest levels of situations, understanding what others overlook. Their perception of the world is sharp and penetrating. They instantly sense changes that are invisible to others, and use this advantage for their own development and control over circumstances. Its strength lies in its inner focus and ability to concentrate on the essentials, ignoring the noise around it. Scorpio rarely takes ill-considered steps. Every decision, every action is carefully weighed and thought out to the smallest detail. They know the value of time and resources, so they know how to turn the most difficult problems into opportunities that others do not notice. Their emotional depth serves not only as a personal resource, but also as a tool for influencing events and people. They are able to read the motives of others and predict their reactions. Scorpio combines strategic thinking with keen intuition, allowing him to stay one step ahead in any situation. His endurance and resistance to stress make him virtually invulnerable to surprises, and his ability to recover from shocks is exceptional. They know how to transform internal tension into productive action, turning crises into sources of strength. Scorpios are cautious in choosing allies, but they know how to build relationships that bring maximum effectiveness in achieving goals. Their inner discipline allows them to focus on long-term prospects and not be distracted by temporary obstacles. Each defeat becomes the foundation for new decisions, and the experience gained in difficult conditions makes them stronger and more resilient. Scorpio is able to manage risk by using inner courage and a deep understanding of human nature, which gives him an advantage in interacting with people and events. His strength lies in his ability to remain whole in an ever-changing world and to use any circumstances for his own growth. Scorpio knows how to adapt strategies to new conditions, maintaining control and maximizing results. His inner perseverance and capacity for self-knowledge allow him to overcome any limitations, and the depth of his observation makes it virtually impossible to deceive or mislead him. They shape their own space for action and choice, controlling situations and using them to their advantage. Their methodical and strategic thinking allows them to build reliable fundamental positions that can withstand any tests and shocks. Scorpios are able to transform internal conflicts into a source of strength and use their emotional potential to achieve maximum effect. They know how to withstand time and pressure, turning them into advantages, and each of their actions is the result of deep analysis, experience, and inner concentration. Their ability to recover from difficulties and turn them into new resources makes them virtually invincible in any environment. Scorpio acts precisely, decisively, and purposefully, creating a field of stability and control around himself that allows him to withstand any blows of fate and continue to grow, develop, and achieve incredible results, even where others give up. His inner strength is combined with an understanding of the world that allows him to turn the most difficult circumstances into opportunities and makes him virtually invulnerable to any life challenges. The fourth sign is Gemini. Gemini always survive where others give up. They are like the wind, which has no form but can change the landscape. In Nostradamus's words, this sign was mentioned among those who have 9 lives, not because of magic, but because of their ability to resurrect after any loss. They cannot be broken completely. Even when everything falls apart, they are already building a new version of themselves. This is their nature, to live in many dimensions at once, to recover while others are still looking for the strength to get up. Gemini have a special code of endurance. They can survive disappointment, betrayal, collapse, financial crisis, or loss of support. But each time they become sharper, smarter, and more resourceful. There is no fear in their eyes, only a thirst to understand what will happen next. Each fall reveals a new layer of their personality, and this is what creates the phenomenon of 9 lives. Gemini are those who are not simply reborn, but turn ruins into a starting line. This strength manifests itself in the smallest things. When others see the end, they see an opportunity to rethink everything. If someone leaves, they find a new ally. If they lose their job, they start their own business. If they suffer defeat, they change the rules of the game. They have a rare ability to remain calm in chaos, as if they intuitively know that this is just another cycle that needs to be lived through. Halfway through their journey, Gemini realize that every life they have lived is not the past, but a layer of experience that returns at a decisive moment. That is why they almost never repeat the same mistakes. Even if it seems that everything is going in circles, it is already a different level, a different speed, a different understanding. This is the secret: to survive not by luck, but by flexibility. Their strength lies not in stubbornness, but in the ability to change direction when necessary. They can refuse in time, say no in time, leave in time, while their heart still holds. Nostradamus saw in them a sign of duality, not as a contradiction, but as salvation. Two parts of their soul are in constant dialogue. One experiences, the other analyzes. One falls, the other is already looking for a way up. And this inner balance gives them incredible stability. When others collapse under the pressure of life, Gemini silently gather the pieces and put together a new picture. Even on the darkest days, they find a point of light. Not to comfort themselves, but to remind themselves that no night lasts forever. They are not afraid of change, because they themselves are change. They are the ones who can change themselves completely and still remain themselves. Twins are a living example that strength is not in steel, but in movement. They bend, but do not break, disappear, only to return in a new form. Their minds are capable of restoring any balance, finding a way out even in the most difficult situations. When life decides to test their strength, they just smile, because they know that this is not the end. It is just another life out of 9. And every time the world tries to destroy them, Gemini respond with silence. The same silence in which a new idea, a new path, a new version of themselves is born. They do not seek sympathy, do not explain their actions, do not justify themselves. They act. And that is why this sign belongs to those who cannot be stopped. Nostradamus called them those who are born twice in each cycle of time. Indeed, Gemini are capable of going through fire, water, betrayal, loss, indifference, and still remain alive, not only physically, but also spiritually. They will raise their heads again, taste life, and move on, while the world is still trying to understand how they do it. The fifth sign is Libra. Libra is a sign that Nostradamus called the golden balance between death and rebirth. They are among those who have 9 lives, because every time fate tries to break them, they only grow stronger. Their strength lies not in aggression or struggle, but in a calm wisdom that keeps them from falling even when the world is falling apart. Libras can survive anything: loss, loneliness, failure, betrayal, and still remain people who bring harmony. They are not warriors in the usual sense, but their resistance is the highest manifestation of resilience. Libras are constantly balancing on a fine line in life. When one part of their world falls, another rises. When someone leaves, someone new comes along. It is this pattern that creates the phenomenon of 9 lives. Libras do not lose energy. They simply transfer it from one form to another. Even in moments when it seems that all is lost, a new movement is already emerging within them. They do not allow themselves to stop, and that is what saves them. Nostradamus saw in them a symbol of renewal through harmony. Libras do not resist. They accept, and therein lies their strength. They have an amazing ability not to get attached to pain. If they are betrayed, they do not seek revenge, but let go. If they fall, they do not look for someone to blame, but analyze. If they lose, they turn emptiness into inspiration. And this inner balance allows them to survive where others drown. Libras have a gift for seeing patterns in chaos. When there is panic around them, they look at the bigger picture and understand that behind every collapse, there is always a hidden point of growth. They see not ruins, but potential, not darkness, but the opportunity to find new light. That is why in the most difficult moments, it is Libras who are able not only to survive themselves, but also to support others. Their calm presence is like a quiet light that does not go out even when the world closes its eyes. In every Libra's life, there is a turning point when they seem to die inside in order to be reborn in a different capacity. They are not afraid of change, although they strive for stability. Their inner balance always seeks equilibrium, even in a storm. And when life pulls the rug out from under them, they find support in their own dignity. It is this dignity that prevents them from falling below the line. Libras have an amazing quality. They do not carry malice within themselves. Pain does not leave them poisoned, but turns into experience. This allows them not to accumulate darkness. Even after great losses, they begin to smile again, not because of naivety, but because they know that everything is transient except inner balance. And this belief makes them practically invulnerable. Each fall gives birth to grace. They become softer, but not weaker. Libras do not compete. They wait for the world to return to the right position on its own. And it does return, because the harmony they carry always triumphs over chaos. The 9 lives of this sign are 9 opportunities to learn to live, trust, and love again. Each new life becomes easier, purer, wiser. When everything around them collapses, Libras do not despair. They take a step back, breathe in, and start rebuilding. They do not cry out in pain, seek pity, or crave approval. They quietly create balance in their thoughts, words, and actions. Even if their heart is broken, they keep smiling because they know that in time, it will become real again. Nostradamus said that Libras have a mechanism of heavenly balance within them. It is this mechanism that prevents them from disappearing, even if fate strikes 9 times. They know how to rise from the ashes, not because they are stronger, but because they are purer. They do not fight the world, they harmonize with it. And so every time fate puts a full stop, Libras quietly turn it into a comma. Their 9 lives are 9 proofs that peace and inner dignity will always triumph over chaos, fear, and loss.